In this edition of INN CEO Talks, we are at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, and I'm joined by Nikolaos Cacos, the President and CEO of Argentina Lithium. Nikolaos, welcome.
Thank you.
Lithium on Argentina. You're in that Lithium Triangle.
That's right.
Let's just have a brief description of how abundant lithium is within that region and why it's such an important source of lithium for battery manufacturers around the world.
Well, first of all, when you're looking at where am I going to find lithium, you go to where it's most abundant. And you're right, it is within the Lithium Triangle. The Lithium Triangle encompasses a bit of southern Bolivia, eastern Chile, and northwestern Argentina. And 60% of the world's reserves are located in this area. Half of the world's lithium comes from there. So it definitely is very abundant. Now you look at, a lot, and a good chunk of that actually comes from Chile. In Argentina, being historically underfunded in green in terms of mining investment, has the potential to have much, much more lithium. So with us having a 30-year history in Argentina through Grosso Group, we focused in the two provinces there, Catamarca and Salta, that are in northwestern Argentina in the Lithium Triangle, as probably being the ones with the best potential to make new lithium discoveries.
We're also talking quality of lithium as well, because people go, oh, lithium, as though all lithium is the same. It is not.
That's right. All the lithium there occurs in salt lake brines, or salars, like they call them in Argentina. And the advantage of these salars is the mining is a little simpler. It's kind of like more mining meets oil and gas, I like to say. And also you can, now there's new direct lithium extraction technologies that make it amenable to go after not just the high-grade lithium, but the lower-grade, mid-grade, and lower-grade lithiums. And these can be done more environmentally free. They can be done cheaper and much, much faster than the old evaporation ponds that they used to use before.
This is that ion technology.
That's right.
And what a dramatic change in the ability to extract the resource from the supply.
Absolutely, and it could have come at a better time, at a time when we're seeing the demand for lithium continuing to soar as electric vehicles are gaining traction in our society. I just see more and more electric vehicles in my neighborhood here in Vancouver, let alone there's other market leaders like in China and in Europe and I think over the next coming years, we're going to see electric vehicle demand continue to skyrocket. All of these cars need batteries, and a critical component of these batteries is the lithium. And lithium, to find in economic quantities, is not that easy. So that's why we've seen the price of lithium also skyrocket. A few years ago, you could buy a ton of lithium carbonate for a couple $1,000. And now it's hit $80,000 a ton.
And it appears to continue to rise above that.
Well, as the demand is sustained, the price, of a limited supply, the price will continue to rise. And even if more lithium comes onto the market, I think there's enough demand to really sustain these kinds of prices up there.
So tell me, where are you at with your projects?
Our projects, we have assembled 4 key projects in our portfolio, just over 64,000 hectares of property. Our lead project right now is called the Rincon West project. That's on the salt lake known as the Rincon. What's interesting about this salt lake to begin with is in the middle, just last year, almost a year to the day, Rio Tinto came in and acquired a big position and paid $825 million. They've got a large resource there, I think just over 5 million tons of lithium carbonate. And they're looking to put that into production in the next couple of years using direct lithium extraction technique. On the eastern flank of that salar, there's another company there known as Argosy Minerals. And they've got a lithium resource, just over a couple 100,000 tons of lithium carbonate, and they're going into production this year. On the western side is Argentina Lithium. We're the latecomer here. We leveraged our 30-year contacts and have been able to acquire a position as big or slightly bigger than what Argosy has. And 10 months ago only, we launched our initial drill program. And it was a 9-hole program. We're just completing hole 7 now. We've announced up to 6 holes. All 6 of those holes bear lithium. And the grades and intercepts of these holes so far are exactly what has been in line with what has been published with both Argosy and Rio Tinto. So it's very exciting. We're proving our hypothesis that the lithium brines do extend under our properties. So, and you know, this is a time when we're beginning to add some significant value to our company.
So what's your long-range plan as far as that project is concerned? Do you envision a merger, or you maybe consider building out on your own?
I think it could get real fun. I think we've got some more drilling to do. I envision us continuing to drill out this property at least through the end of this year. By mid-year, June, July, we expect to announce our initial resource calculation for this property. And as our interim and strategic objective is to identify and prove up as much lithium as possible and do a pre-feasibility study, and then afterwards look, if somebody wants to buy us for a premium, if somebody wants to partner with us, if we want to do it alone, we're going to do whatever makes strategic sense at that time, whatever is best for shareholders.
So you're leaving your options open at the moment.
Well, we're in that envious position, yes.
Okay, well, briefly touch on your other projects as well.
Well, we have 3 other projects. Our other really high-profile project is known as Antofalla. Antofalla it's just situated further south. It's also a salt lake brine. But what's interesting about this one is that the center part of this salar is controlled by Albemarle. Albemarle is the world's 2nd largest lithium producer. They too have a very large resource here, again in the mid-grade area. We control the entire northern portion of this salar. So over 10,000 hectares. So and this is right now we have plans to begin geophysics and drilling on this property. We're still at the permitting stage. We expect permits to come in probably by the end of March, and then we can begin with our exploration program. We again have really high expectations out of this one.
Okay, your other 2.
Yeah, and the other 2 are more riskier in the sense that there hasn't been a significant discovery of lithium in either one of these. So we've put them in a separate category. But they are large. The projects are both 20,000 and 25,000 hectare size projects. So they're really, really quite large. They are prospective for lithium. We are planning to do some geophysics later on this year. And as those results come in, we'll go in and drill test those as well.
You have the funding you need to keep moving forward with your development programs right now.
We do. We're completely fully funded. We just wrapped up a financing in the last quarter of 2022, so we have over $10 million in the bank right now. We're completely funded to execute in our program. I think this is value-adding stage time.
So, yeah, well, okay, but for potential investors who go, oh, I missed that opportunity, why now? Why look at Argentina Lithium at this point as an investor?
Well, right now, you want to look at any exploration company. You don't want to be buying that as it's going into production.
Right.
That's kind of the boring cycle phase, but buying it when the company is just building up resources. In this case, we're building up tons of lithium. As we're building that up, the market has a knack for instantly reflecting these drill results. I mean, we just put out drill results last week, our hole 6, which was our best hole yet, and our market reacted very favorably. So this is the time when you're going to get that big exploration swing in your portfolio. It's riskier, but it's also the most exciting time, and it's actually, I love this phase.
So what should we be looking forward to as far as news flow is concerned over the next quarter or 2?
Well, we're going to be seeing, we're drilling off, continuing to drill off on Rincon. We typically takes about a month to drill each hole. So every month we're going to have news on drill results. And then as we engage at the end of the second quarter, when we put our first resource calculation, I think that's going to be a time that moment will begin to attract institutional investors. And I think that could be a real inflection point for our company in a positive way.
It sure is an exciting time to be in lithium, especially in Argentina, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, yes. And not a better environment to have a lithium project.
Yeah, well, I wish you great success.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for your time.